So this is Kyoko's room. Not much in it. There's something on the table. It's a wood block decoration? What's that? What purpose does it serve? I think it's probably a key. The lockers at those really traditional public bathhouses use them for their lockers. I wouldn't know. I've never gone to a public bathhouse. That doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Byakuya doing something like that. But if it is a key, I think I might know what it is for. Really? What? Unless I'm mistaken. I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that this might go to. The dojo? Woodblock key. You wanted to come here, right? So what is it you're looking for? Nothing in particular, I just thought we might find some clue here. A clue that might help us understand Kyoko? You can't be serious. That's why you made me take the time out of my search to come here. Sorry. Regardless, if you plan to poke around at random, you're doomed no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete? Something to give us some sort of direction? More concrete? Oh, I know. Earlier, Kyoko gave me something. Huh? What's this? Consider it a symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. Only open it if something ever happens to me. I'm sure I have it here somewhere. Found it! What's in the envelope? Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it. Well, something has certainly happened, so open it. Okay. I opened the envelope and looked inside. Inside was a single piece of paper. Under the sheets. That's all that was in there. Yeah, it looks like it. Under the sheets. What could it be? But could something be hidden under bed sheets? Part of me didn't expect to find anything, but as soon as I lifted up the sheets... What's this? I found a crumpled up piece of paper. Class number 78, student registry. Mukuro Ikusaba? It appears to be Mukuro Ikusaba's profile. Yeah, looks like it. That's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room along with the key. God, you're so annoying. Fine, I'll tell you. It was a key and blank, that's it. This must be the blank that Monokuma was talking about. Kyoko said a death without meaning was unappealing, and this is what she left behind. I don't have time for your sentimental indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search. Okay. I made an effort to pull myself together, then looked down at the profile sheet. Name, Mukuro Ikusaba. Sex, female. The ultimate soldier. Although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in military from childhood, and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Just before entering middle school, while she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl kidnapped, took quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information, and she was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir for those 3 years. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. Mukuro's profile. The Ultimate Soldier, a mercenary group. This doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in. It's like a completely different dimension. It's like one's not fiction and the other's sci-fi. There's no way to even compare the two. That's how different this is. But that was how I saw things, as just an ordinary person. I never imagined I was here the name Fenrir in a place like this. Huh? You recognize it? The Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers. But they do have their uses, and they always get the job done. That's worth remembering. This is all part of a world totally removed from the one I live in. I have to say, I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard says that Fenrir has already... Wow, I feel like our hero is becoming a bit player, and the bit player is becoming our hero. Ah, it's you. What have you got in your pretty little hand there? Uh-oh, you found her profile? So, what if we did? Don't freak out on me. I'm not gonna hold it against you or anything. In case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either. Even though she stole it and hid it. After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there? But who I can't forgive is Mizogami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out and slice it up and devour it. Bears are omnivores, you know. Are rule violations really so unforgivable? You're quite adamant about those regulations of yours. Of course I am. A proper skill life is built on the dedication to organization and order. Which is why even I, as the skill headmaster, have to follow the rules myself. Oh, so you're saying that you have to follow your own rules as well? Absolutely. I can't have you complaining about how unfair it is, now can I? In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting? It's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participants of the killing game. I don't think I ever told you how many participants there actually were, did I? I was thinking I should probably clarify that. When you first got here together in the main hallway, back when there were 15 people there, right? I think that first meeting may have led to a little misunderstanding among y'all. Misunderstanding? Are you saying... That's right. There weren't actually 15 of you. A total number of students taking part in this killing game was actually 16. 16? Then...
この学園に潜む16人目の高校生。超高校級の絶望と呼ばれる女子高校生。
If this fucking appears anymore, I'm gonna skip it. The 16th student, Mukuro Ikusaba. She's part of this school life. So the one making all the regulations is... Why? Did you say something? Why are you telling us that? Oh, well, because... like I told you, this killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. And since we've got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. I don't want to wake up to a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know. Makes sense. Okay, that's all you get for now. Oh, actually, I do have some revenge to get, so I have an extra bonus for you. Revenge? I want to get back at that sneaky Miss Kirigiri, so I'm gonna share a little secret with you. Seriously? You know how she wears those stupid gloves day in and day out all the time? Well, don't tell anyone I told you this, but she wears them to cover up a bunch of hideous scars that she doesn't want anyone to see. What? Okay, now that's all you get. Monokuma's account. Thank you, Monokuma, for that very useful information. Kyoko wears those gloves to cover up a bunch of scars? Wait, so on the back of her hand... that tattoo... Wait... But no, Monokuma specifically said there were scars, right? And that's why Kyoko wears the gloves, to hide those scars, which means... those fake nails on the corpse. Are you thinking about Kyoko again? Huh? Forget about her. What matters right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap. His trap? God must have really hated you to make you so dull. Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us? He said there were 16 students, right? Which means Mukuro was a student here. Obviously, Monokuma was trying to tell you that Mukuro is the one creating the rules for the game. But why would he tell us that, and why now? He said he wanted to make things clear so there wouldn't be any complaints later. But the mere fact that he said that proves Mukuro is connected to this case. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of a 16th student. He needs to make our investigation fair. Mukuro is related to this case? Perhaps she's the one who killed Kyoko. What? That would explain why we would have had a class trial, wouldn't it? If she's a student and she killed someone, that would make her part of the school killing program. Mukuro was the killer? She killed Kyoko? Anyone should be able to come up to that conclusion, don't you think? But in fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began. But based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind. Mukuro Ikusaba is not the culprit. Huh? What makes you say that? We thought Mukuro, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity. But if that's true, Monokuma's behavior makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us? That's a good point. Mukuro is giving us information that would raise questions about her would be bold, to say the least. It makes more sense then to assume that Mukuro isn't the culprit. So that's the trap? They want us to suspect Mukuro and come to the wrong conclusion. That's what makes sense to me. The way you say it, it definitely seems possible, but if that's really true, if Mukuro isn't the killer, then who is? Well then, believe it or not, I believe her work here is done. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places in need of investigation. I should find out about that key in the dojo, if the key in the dojo really are connected. Well, are you coming? Okay then. This one. There are wooden lockers here. They use wooden block keys, just like at those super traditional public bathhouses. It looks like the key we found in Kyoko's room really does go to one of these lockers. Makoto, do you see the locker farthest to the right? That's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at the moment. You understand what that means, right? I should use the key we found on that locker, right? Well, just try it. Okay. I took out the wood block key and inserted it into the locker's metal lock, and the locker eagerly accepted the key and opened. There are arrows in here. It looks like 10 arrows in total. They look like they're made of titanium, which means they're quite strong despite how thin they are. Of course, without a bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks. Strong sticks. Titanium arrows. Oh, there's something else in the locker. It's a wadded up ball of duct tape. I wonder what that's used for. And I hit my mic. Is that a blood stain? If it is, that means it must surely be related to the case. This duct tape is related to the case somehow? But how could it possibly be involved? Bloody duct tape. I think that's all in the locker has to offer for now. Is something wrong? It's very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items which were clearly related to the case. But how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room? Or perhaps Byakuya? Forget it. Come on, we need to continue on to our next location. Huh? What next location? There's still something we need to look into. We need to do some more research on Fenrir. Fenrir? You mean the mercenary group that Mukuro was part of? But how are we supposed to find out about that? Isn't it obvious? Where in the school would you go to do some research on something? Research? Are you talking about the archive? That's right, the archive has all kinds of info on the general public doesn't have access to. We only have so much time before the trial begins. Let's go. Well, excuse the fuck out of me. I believe the file related to Fenrir is over here somewhere. Byakuya seemed to know the archive like the back of his hand, and went straight to a shelf in the back. Ah, here we go. He quickly returned with a file in hand. Take a look at this. I have no idea what it says. What language is this? How did you make it all the way to high school without learning a single word of French? I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can speak French. Well, whatever, I'll read it for you. But I expect you to repay me your debt 100 times over. 100 times? Isn't that kind of extreme? Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into an enemy. They have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. However, some time ago, they completely ceased all activity. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group were all neutralized. Rumors indicate they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets they acquired. Some, however, believe that there was a mounting internal tension within the group, and they simply imploded. What is it? This all sounds like some kind of alternate reality. Well, it isn't. It's our reality, the only reality. These people are part of our world. The battlefields aren't much different from our lives here. An unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes it all so exciting. Exciting definitely isn't the word I'd use. So, did anything jump out at you? This may be your last opportunity to learn about Fenrir. Now that you mention it. The report said something about where the name Fenrir comes from, right? That's right. It said Fenrir is the Wolf of Ragnarok. Speaking of which, would you like to know a little something interesting related to it? To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on the body. What? They got a tattoo of Fenrir? Could that mean Mukuro Ikusaba's file has been updated? Damn. Ding dong bang bong. That was actually one of the shortest investigations. The time is authentic time and blah blah blah.
確実な攻撃を浴びせ続けているのです。
Look at that
僕ら
portrait.
は少しずつ着実にダメージを負っている。そのことをもっと自覚するべきなのです。というわけで、時間ですよ。学級裁判を始めます。じゃあお前らはいつもの場所にさっさと集合してください。
Fun.
うぷぷ。 また後でね。
Then the time has come. All we can do now is try and uncover the truth during the class trial. It would seem that way. Let's go. Yay, we get to find out what happened to Mukuro Ikusaba. Because that's obviously the fucking corpse. Everyone knows. Whoa, Byakuya and Makoto showed up together. Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word. We were investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out by this point? Makoto's ranked high enough for you two to go off together. Just the two of you. What? Are you jealous? Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself? Stop talking and brace yourselves. He'll be here any second. Any second? He could show up at any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself. But we stood there for a full 5 minutes waiting for something weird to happen. And then 5 minutes became 10. What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma shown up yet? Maybe he died again? What should we do? Should we keep waiting here, or what? Jesus! Yo-ho-ho-ho-ho! Did I scare you? I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that? What? I made you wait? You've got it all backwards. You're the ones making me wait. Huh? I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start until everyone gets here, now can we? Huh? What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've been waiting for you. Sorry, but you're wrong. But I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us wait for it all wait. If we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now. If it's me you're waiting here for, I'm here. When I heard that voice, we all spun around to look. When we all heard that voice. No. I'm here, and no rules been broken. Kyoko? Kyoko, you're still alive! No, it's a ghost. Stop talking. If you wanna fight, do it at the class trial. You need to save some of the fun for later, right? But is it okay that there's no particular penalty for being late? I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Am I wrong? You're so selfish, so spoiled. You're right, there's no penalty officially, but I bet you'll be sorry later. Now I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyway, hustle your butts onto the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of you. When Monokuma was gone, we all rushed up to Kyoko. Kyoko? So you really didn't die? Of course I didn't die. Thank God! I'm so glad you're okay. Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing either. Huh? He's right. Now we've got to deal with a ghost. I told you to stop talking. Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it during the trial. Without ever looking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped into the elevator. Master, wait for me! Good call. Who knows what might happen to us if we wait too long. I'll be happy when this trial is all over. One after another, everyone piled into the elevator. But I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. Okay then. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you. Where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you? So I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms. The second floor? There aren't many monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that. I had no idea a body had been discovered. Then, when did you find out? Just now. I finished my search and came back down. Just in time to hear the class trial announcement. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go to a trial completely uninformed, can I? So, that's why you were late. I'm sorry for keeping you all waiting. But, if you were on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to? Actually, to be precise, not quite.
つまり
I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. What? Kyoko's account. Okay. Hey, what are you two doing? Hurry up before we get in trouble with Monokuma. We can go over all of the details after we get through the trial, okay, Makoto? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation. Because this is probably the single most crucial moment for me so far. For her? That's a strange way to put it. The class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would she say it's a crucial moment for her? Well, if that's all. Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right? Not really. Being the last one left, I stepped onto the elevator. And the doors slid shut. This time the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears, and the dread began to consume me once more. I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In that dusky darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there, silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. A dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes. But it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. It was the blinding light of despair. Oh, Jesus Christ, no wonder. I've been waiting for this. I feel like it's been forever since we got together like this. The time for pointless jokes and jabs has passed. Let's get on with the show! And so the curtain opened for a fifth time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith. A deadly class trial. Yes, let's save. Okay, so that's that for this recording session, and I will see you in the next one, where we're going to do the trial for Chapter 5, which is arguably the shortest trial, but there's a special thing with it, so yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching, peace out, bye!